He ama min pen sorry. Ama min pen Paloma ke chi na tu lai ta go choose how you move chi hi. Okay. Tu lai tak choose how you move ke chi campaign khat mo hi i Nashville om me ya pa i campaign khara tu lai tak ke na seminar to ki sai tom ve hun tom no kharong gen pak ding mo.
Yes, thank you so much, Vaughn. How's everyone doing tonight?
Dam dam hiam chi.
Good. Happy to hear it. My name is Paloma. I work with Vaughn very closely on a campaign called Choose How You Move. So, who here hates traffic?
Traffic adai lo te khut lam chi. Traffic amu da ten tu lai tang Nashville traffic.
National traffic. Who here sits on Nolensville Road, on Harding Pike, on Murfreesboro Pike at a red light all the time?
Nolensville, Harding, chi te Murfreesboro Pike chi te tanga lampi te a red light pen tamma ma hi chi mo.
The traffic is bad, right? And so we're working on a campaign so that we can do something about it, so that we can have a beautiful future for all of these children in here. I'm so happy to see so many kids here, and this is for them. At the end of the day, it's for the future.
Ina tu lai tak ka hi u pen choose how you move in pen hi traffic te bang te pen pua ding ina hi tu lai tak ya dong khang no te naw pang te tam pi pi mun na e a ding ba kilo na mai la ma ong pai lai ding I khang thak te a ding zong hi chi mo.
Perfect. Yes. So let's see the next slide. So when we go vote for the presidency on November 5th, there's going to be what is called a referendum at the bottom of the ballot.
In a presidential election a vote ding ai pai changa a vote na I anwaya referendum ki chi na to pen hi a state le local a ding a mo ki vote ding na om ding chi anwaya.
Yes. So if you are a U.S. citizen, if you were born here, if you are 18 years old, you can go vote for the presidency. And if not, this message that I'm going to be talking about is still for you.
Ina a citizen na hi wala pen to pai ding ina presidential I vote hit changa to referendum pen vote sa kun chi to ai nga citizen hi ke ya la zong ai a ding hi ve ve mo to a kong to gen ding pe ya ding hi ve ve hi chi.
Yes, because what I'm about to speak to you guys about is a really important issue because transportation affects everybody. You know, mobility and accessibility help us create a more equitable society, and so this is very important going forward.
Ina bahang hiam chi le hi transportation issue chi pen athupi ma khat hi na hi mun kem pe wa nuam taka pai koi thei na chi pen mi kem pe US a liang ko ki ki ma I om thei na ding lampi khat hi chi mo.
Okay, so next slide, please. Next slide, please. All right, so we know, everybody here knows that Nashville is growing very fast. There are almost 100 people that get here every single day. And we know that the traffic is bad and the bus system is not efficient.
In Nashville pen khang chi taka khang mi pen ni khara za kim banga hi Nashville ki ma pam teng pen ni khara za kim banga khang in na tu lai tak bus system ni pen ki jang thei ngiat lo mo.
Yes, and Nashville is one of the biggest cities in the United States, in the whole United States, without dedicated funding towards transportation.
Tu lai tang Nashville pe hi US a om copy teng lak a hi transportation a ding a funding hi budget akin nei na lo copy teng lak a e back khong hi pia le.
So what this plan is that I'm about to walk you guys through is a transportation improvement plan so that, like I said, we can have a better future going forward and we can get around easier, we can keep on working hard and spend more time with our families instead of in traffic.
Ina tua I plan pen anga zo bang hi le hang pen traffic te a I hun te tam pi pi be no loading ina aman lang tak taka yu na na ki pai thei ding in kwan te to hun nom sang thei ding je ma.
Okay, next slide, please. So, with this plan called Choose How You Move that you can vote on in November, we are upgrading over 600 of our traffic signals. That's our stoplights. Because right now, the signals are over 30 years old and they are not synchronized. They use very old technology, which makes it really hard to get around.
ina hi a plan in pen traffic light is a guk val traffic light is a guk chi changa lampi sa guk vala traffic te pen puwa ding tu lai taka inei pen tu kha za kwa chi lampe ka te hi na I amao khat ve a sensa ten pen motor apai lo chi hong pen thei lo chi da ne ina up to date nya da bowling chi da mo hi to hi la.
These new traffic lights allow us to synchronize. They're synchronized, and it reduces bottlenecks and allows us to flow in traffic much better, so that we can stop sitting in so much traffic. We spend around 56 hours a year sitting in traffic.
Ina Nashville a o mi khen pe in pen kum khat chiang a nai som nga la guk ni kim hong pen traffic a hun bai lo hi chi ai ve ni bu phial a to pen a ki to chiang a mo ina hi traffic te to hi le to hun te pen nga ki thei ding.
All right. Next. I have if you want later, I have a map in the back, and I can show you guys exactly what this looks like. It's a little small.
Ina hi mi pong pen neo pian ina anunga en no mo ba leong pai lo te kian thei ina hi mi pong a plan to ki sai mo a detail taka.
But as you can see, this plan is very big in that changes are coming here to Antioch. They're coming to North Nashville. They're going to Madison, to Murfreesboro. This plan is for local Nashvillians. It's not for tourists. It's for people like you guys. And yes.
Ina hi I plan pen I mirang te hi khosunga ong pai te na khat te ong jin te a ding hello Nashville om te ngia ra ding ki bol hi na ami pong leng atung pek pana anwai pek hi eniok pana wa I khang lam sak ei lam pen sak lam mo khang lam mo thei khang ina to cha amaya nung chi ran hi Nashville asung ba hilo na akima pa ma khwa hem pe pen jong ong hwa me mo.
Yes, next slide please. This plan, so signals is the first part. The second part is sidewalks. We're adding 86 miles of sidewalks to areas like this so that we can have more walkable neighborhoods, so that we can get to the bus stop without walking in ditches.
Ina sidewalk pen tai som gyal le tai guk chi na to pen saw ma ai ve to pen ki lam be ding ina adiak dega e veng lam te bang pen sidewalk lam pai thei na om me lo ina to teng pen hoi taka lam pai thei na ding a tai som gyal le guk bang ki lam be ding che mo.
Yes. Next slide. So, does anybody here use the bus by any chance?
Bus azang ngei I om hia chi.
They're bus users. Are there people who would use the bus if you felt like it was safer and more accessible?
Bus khong hoi ding ina mo mali lam khong da na hoi ma le pen azang nuam I om hia chi.
Anybody? Perfect. Yes. So what this plan does is it's completely improving the WeGo service. So right now, the plan includes adding 24/7 service to the bus system, adding new transit centers so that we can have more crosstown connections, having the bus come every 8 minutes instead of every 30 minutes.
Ina tua I plan to hi le pen bus te pen I mun khat le mun khat pen lampi tampi to ki zomina khosung mun dang I pai nop changa khosung pai ma sak kul no lo ina I pai nop na pen dai la ga ki pai thei to hi changa mo to pen nai lang nai khat nga kul no lo ina minute giat ta chi honga khat tang pai ding to hi changa tu lai tak bus pen nai nga khit chang ki kha gai ve nai nga khit chang ki kha ke na hi to hi le sun la zan mo nai som ni le nai li ki hong ngiat ding che.
Yes. So yes, very exciting. The bus right now, honestly, doesn't feel really safe. It doesn't feel welcoming. And that's because we have no dedicated funding for our bus system. And we want to make it so that it's more inviting, so that when your kids grow up, so that when they go to college, they can get to higher education a lot more easily. They can get higher paying jobs in the city, and that we can thrive as a society, because like I said, mobility means accessibility, means equity.
Ina ang chi ma bang ina hi fund budget akichinga e aringa kinei lo hi changa I bus te pen hoi lo to hi changa zong khat ve la hoi phial mo ni ta lam khong hi le la hoi pian bulu khong na khat khong gom thei mo chi na khong gom mina ina tua I plan to I ki vo in kina kharin hi le pen budget kiching ta ga nei le pen hoi tak ki po thei ding to ran hi le I bang chi ding ya mo isum tampi pen save thei ding ina mi khem pe liang ko ki ki ma om thei ding mo pai thei ding.
Next slide. Oh, next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah, okay. So I know it looks really small, but I put this map up here because this is where we're standing right now. This is a map specifically of this building showing you the changes that are coming just in this area. And there are a lot of changes, and I zoomed in, which means that this area is very prioritized because right now, intersections like Harding and Nolensville Road aren't safe.
Hita nga mi pong pen ARD nga zong lian hin mi pong pen che lang mo tua asan na om na pen bus na kan na ding hin na tua lo lampi tua asan te pen traffic te hin na tu lai tang Nolensville la Harding chi hong bang pen traffic pen hoi lo chi ta hoi lo nai lang bang king ak chi dan mo.
This map also shows a new transit center that is going to be put right in this area. It's showing all of the signal, the lights that are changing. It's showing you the sidewalks that are going to be put throughout all of these main roads.
Ina hi mi ponga eleng bus stop alian pi khat ki lambe to hi changa sidewalk te hong le na khate traffic te hong zong tampi ki bol be chidan mo.
Yes. Next slide. So the last part of the plan, the most important part, is safety. Right now, Nashville is, growing more and more unsafe, but this plan focuses on bringing safety improvements.
Atom na le atupi pen hi pen safety safety ipawa bang hi pak ding le safety kidal na chi ding ya kidal na chi ding na hi tu lai tak lampi te pen accident te tamma ma mo.
So safety includes a lot of different things. The first one is safety when we're on the road. So there are a lot of intersections around here that account for 90% of the accidents on the road.
Ina safety chi pen lampi tunga iom lai taka zong banglo khat khong hi thei gen te na tu lai taka lampi por khat pe hi Nashville accident te som kwa percent som kwa ya khai nong za khong pen hi lampi tung te pa ne mo chi nan.
Safety also means when you're walking around. So this plan includes adding real-time security systems, adding more lights to the streets.
To hi changa lami siau changa zong banglo khat khong hi thei mo to hi ho lo ha nga chi dan hi na hi a traffic attack te le a sidewalk chi dan na tom te koi changa pen to ran te lau hoi lo tom zeu ding mo.
Also adding improvements to the bus stops, because right now some of them are literally in ditches, and we just want to be able to have basic shelters. It's honestly, this whole plan is just basic infrastructure that we don't have that we need really badly.
Toy na hi bus stop te hong zong pen hit bus stop camp pen hira na bang chi dia mo mu ka to om si set ding tu chang pen Nolensville hong a po khat pen mat tai khat khong hi jiao na lampi ke ya din na ding zong om mel lo ki ding chi da hi na bus stop lim pen hira na tu pha to om nya ding chi mo.
Yay. Next slide. So what this plan actually is, what we're voting on, is an increase in our sales tax. The good news is that our sales tax is already paid for. 60% of it is paid for by tourists, the bachelorettes, by commuters.
Ina tu plan inga thei na ding sale tax pen pia lang pia khat hi lo pia khat alang kan ding na lau pa ke un la mo tax kan ding chi changa pia khat alang hi na van ni lei changa sale tax pia khat alang hi na 60% ของบางเป็นกิตวนนะhi ขอดังปะนาของไปขวลสินแต่และดาวเท่าไปแต่จีรันมุนดังของไปเต้นซ่อมกุก%บางเป็นองค์เปียกสักขินหม้อ transaction แต่เป็น
Also, what we're voting on, if this passes, we get $1.4 billion from the federal government. That's money that we're already paying for in our taxes. We just don't have access to it because Nashville does not have dedicated funding. So if this passes, we also get, on top of the sales tax, $1.4 billion from the federal government.
Ina tua plan pen en anakat avo bang hi lang pen federal hi state hi lo federal US kum pilam pana pen billion คัดว่าลงกิงะกิกดิ้งเจเวตัวแต่เป็นไอ้ sales tax แต่เห็นนะองค์เงินปักแรงนะคัดเอ็นไอ้ plan ในเราวิจังอ่ะไอ้ซุ่มแต่เป็น state ดังของอ่ะ state ดังอันนี้แต่ยังอันนั่นแรงไงตัวเป็นเอ็นตัวเป็น vote แรงเป็นไอ้ซุ่มแต่เป็น federal ปะนะองค์หลุดกิกดิ้งจีด่านมั่วกิงะกิกดิ้ง
Perfect. All right, next slide. So if this passes in November, in February, so in 6 months, we'll see changes right away. We'll see stoplight upgrades, we'll see construction starts, and because this plan is so big, it's a 15-year timeline, but if this passes in November, we see changes in February of next year.
ฮีเพลนเป็นเลียนมาฮิจังเป็นกิตัวเป็นกลุ่มสมและกลุ่มงาสุงของจอดิงกิตัวดินะฮิจงวออิงและหมายกลุ่ม February บังเป็นปอลคัดคันโตนาปอลคัดสิกเนลจิตของคันโตนาปอลคัดบังกิโมขินดิงใช่ไหม
All right, next slide. So, do you guys find this exciting? Does this sound exciting to everyone?
ฮีเป็นไอ้ยาดิงเป็นอีลุงลุดมาเฮียจี
Yeah. These are things that we all need. These are things that you need. These are things that our kids need.
ฮีเป็นมีแคมเปญกิสับมั่วไอ้กิสับนังกิสับอีตาเตอินเอาเตกิสับเจ
So, how can we make this happen? So, just because I'm here telling you guys about it, just because we're excited about it, doesn't mean it's going to pass. Because for this to pass, we need 160,000 votes in November during the presidential election.
อินะตัวเป็นก๋วยจิงอาเทดิงแฮมจีเล่เอ็นเฮียอีเกนปงโตอีอูดปงโตกิงอาเทโลอินะอังอานาดิงอาโวเป็นเต็งขัดเละตูสมกุกกิสัมจิมอ
So, how can you help everybody that's here that's 18 years old that can vote now? Everybody here that is a U.S. citizen that can vote? Everybody here who knows somebody that can vote needs to vote.
อินะกุมสมและกุมแก่ละจึงสา U.S. กัมมีอสวกขินลิมเต้นเป็นวงเงียดดิงจิมอ
Yes. You can also put flyers or, information if you have a storefront, if you know somebody, with a restaurant that can put our paper there so that the community can see it. That's a really good way to get the word out also.
ตัวฮิตแต่ใส่ของบางของอินยาและต้องใส่ของเลสากัดของลายดาลของกวยสักนวมของนอมและต้องกิงอาฮีเจ
Yes. You can also volunteer with us. You can help us knock on doors, make phone calls. That's a really great way to get involved because we are knocking on almost every single door of the people in Nashville.
นะก็ต้องส่ง volunteer หนูมาเด็กๆ high school สาวนาบังแต่ห้อง volunteer กิสัมจีของไอ้แหละก็ต้องไปไทยมั่วฟงของมีห้องคออะไรเกี่ยอะไรอินาเกียวอินาตัวต้องกิใส่ของกิแกนจีของเป็นบางจีทิ้งยามมั่วอีก็เลยแต่ห้องไอ้มุนมาใหม่ตัวนั้นของ
Yes, if you're in high school or in college, we can give you credit hours for volunteering. You can go out with Vaughn and I to the streets and help us knock on doors.
อินะอี credit hour ของสองกิสบาเลงไปใช่มั่วก็ต้อง volunteer ดิงอ่ะ
Okay, you can also be a spokesperson for your community. So we are going to a lot of community events. So invite us to your events. Invite us to places where there's going to be a lot of people that we can talk to and volunteer yourself as a spokesperson for this plan because right now I just told you the whole plan and every single person can be a representative for us to the people that you know.
อินะตัวคิดจังกิปอลนะตัวแต่จีแต่ของตัวนั้นตัวนั้นฮิตอกิใส่เป็นอีเชนเราบาจงกิงไอ้เกี่ยเลยกิปอลนะตัวแต่ก็นงซับนบเลยจงกิงมั่วจีนั้น
Yes. So, thank you guys so much. I'm going to be in the back answering any questions. I have maps back there so you can see them. We have sign-up sheets if you would like to volunteer with us, if you would like to invite us to your event. I'll be here the whole time.
อันนู้นตอมไว้นะอมนี่เงินนะดอนนบตัวแต่ฮิจงไอ้เกี่ยเลยฮิตอกิใส่ก๋วยจีเปาเวนไทยดิ้งเกี่ยมก๋วยจีหูไทยดิ้งเกี่ยมฮิจอไทยนะดิ้งเงินนะ quay chỉ bằng ông pa bố thầy đình cái ham chỉ là nông đòn nộp vào lại anh nông nào ông niềng chỉ mò
Yes, I also just want to say thank you so much for having me here today. The worship was beautiful. I've never seen a worship so beautiful. You did amazing. I enjoyed myself a lot.
ina
And-
lung đam ma chỉ ina worship zong no ma chỉ
Yes, thank you guys so much.
lung đam